Hey everybody, Flint here. How's it going? Here on YouTube on a laptop. Got the laptop hooked up to my capture card, and the capture card's broadcasting the laptop and everything onto my big screen TV. Now the reason I'm coming here to do this is there's a channel on YouTube. It's been bothering me for a while. And there's a guy who does this thing, and he's calling it cheater files, as you can see up here in the top. There's all these things that say cheater files, right? Now, the problem is that I watch a bunch of these videos, especially when they're Last of Us videos, and nobody's cheating. And you're like, okay. And I tried to negotiate with the guy who owns the channel, try and get him to take the names off the channel, because he actually puts the people's game tags or their names onto the channel, right? And that's not right. And he's like, yes, it is right. And he's trying to say that he's an advocate for fair play. Well, fair play or not, you don't really throw people under the bus like this. It's just plain old wrong. And another thing is there's a thing called the Young Offenders Act, and a couple of these people aren't using game tags. It looks like they're using their first and last name mashed together. And if this person's under the age, the Young Offender Act says you can't publish their name if they did anything wrong or not. So you're kind of breaking the law there. It's a small channel, but he keeps doing this stuff, and it's kind of like he's being a big dumbass at what he's doing, because the videos actually show, when you watch them really closely, you can kind of see, oh, nobody did anything wrong. And he's like, yeah, they did. They're cheating. And I'm going to show off a few of the videos here where he says people are cheating, and then I'm going to explain why they're not cheating. And I'm going to throw this guy who owns this channel under the bus. I just started here on this YouTube front page, and I've got some wiki pages for Last of Us. We'll just look at The Last of Us, because that's the game I've played the most. So come here to his opening page, and here's his name here. And I looked it up and I ran it through the computer, and it says that taking some of the Z's out and everything, the name's pronounced Papitides. Weird. Like, I looked it up on the computer. I got the computer to pronounce it. So Papitides is the owner of this channel. I apologize to everybody out there if you're like, no, you pronounced it wrong. I don't apologize to the person who owns this channel, because you're a dumbass. And we will be moving on. Okay, I think it's this one I wanted to show first. Oh, no, this is just a bunch of the stuff where he says people are cheating and stuff. He's done tons and tons and tons and tons for years. Like, he's got over 2 years of things, people saying people are cheating, right? You know, when somebody's caught cheating in a game, usually they're only banned for like a week to a couple of days, and then when they're caught doing it again, they get a lifetime ban, depending on the company. Okay, this is the first video I wanted to show off. Let's open it up. Alright, so you shoot somebody 3 times with a revolver and they go down. Alright, so we're going to watch this video, and I'm going to explain why the guy who is fighting isn't cheating. Now, Papitides, or Dupitides, or whatever, however you pronounce his name, is this guy right here in the beginning of the video. He's got the revolver. Here's his aiming icon. Here's the revolver, 7 shots. A guy's going to come rushing in. Let's see what happens. After the video, I'll explain why the guy's not cheating. Let's watch. Sorry about the ad. Okay, he goes around the corner, duh. Okay. Now he's going to shoot the guy. He gets the guy. 1 shot right here. 1. Okay, it's kind of hard to slow it down and find the spots, so. Okay, he shot the guy a second time, but this guy also punched him. This is very important. You're like, so what? He punched him. Okay. And if you it's hard to tell, but it sounds like he's punched him 3 to 4 times in the process of him unloading these 3 shots into the guy. But you're like, okay, but he shot him 3 times. He should have killed him. You're right, except for one factor. And all he needed to do was punch him 1 time to survive this, because I'm going to show you why this guy survived. Alright. If we look on here, right here where my arrow is, Brawler, level 1, craft mod weapons in half the time. Okay, we don't care about that because he was using his fists. And gain 10 HP back with each melee hit. Alright. The revolver takes 35, so it takes 3 shots. Even if he punched him once, he would have gained enough health back that if he got shot 3 times, he should have had 5% health left. So he would have had to be shot 4 times to die. Okay? It actually says it right here. It deals 35 damage to the body and 70 to the head. Now, I shot him in the body, right? But this guy hit him. Even if he punched him once, that meant he had to have been shot 4 times to be killed. Okay? And even if when you kind of factor in the fact that how many times he punched him, if he still would have gotten a 4th shot in, the guy would have gone down, I do believe. I'm not going to do all the math, but basically, you have to assume that this guy in this video had Brawler, even just level 1 on. Level 2 still gives you only 10 health back. So once he punched him, he gained a little bit of health back and he was able to survive the 3 shots. There was no extra health. It was an in-game mechanic, right? This poor guy that he's throwing under that bus, here's his gamer tag, unfortunately. I'm not, don't contact this guy and complain to him. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't cheat. There's no extra health thing going on. This guy is innocent. This guy is lying to us. He didn't do all his homework. Either he doesn't know enough, he's too much of a dumbass about the game to know how the mechanics work, or he's so butt sore that he got defeated in a fight that he's throwing this poor guy under the bus. Okay? So here we got this one right here. This guy's been acquitted. We have no idea what he's got equipped, if he has Brawler on or not. And the only way that he would know is if he had some sort of hack on himself. That means he's cheating himself. So unless he can tell me what kind of a hack he had going on that can tell him what this guy's rolling for survival skills, he has no idea if this guy had Brawler on or not. And looking at the video, obviously he had Brawler on. Now, when I watch these videos, what usually happens is I watch them on my cell phone. Watching them here on my big screen TV, I can kind of get the appearance of what happened. Alright? This thing's already been disliked. And, it's been watched a few times. Most of these are probably by me because I just watch it and I shake my head and think, what is wrong with you? The guy's not doing anything wrong. So this one's been disproven. The guy's not cheating. You got bested because the dude had Brawler on. He got in close enough before you got 3 shots off. All he needed to do was get 1 punch to get 10 health back. Alright. Here, this guy here, he has his real name in. Right? Now, when I originally watched this, I watched it on my cell phone. I kind of figured maybe there was some lag going on. Then when I watched it on my big screen TV, I saw what really happened. Let's take a look. See, the other guy's running around in circles. It's like, what is he doing? Why is he running around in circles like that? I honestly thought maybe the guy in the blue couldn't see the guy in the yellow because he was lagging so much. Because that's happened to me. You get attacked by the invisible man. Pause, yeah. Okay, so what happens is when he comes in, hit marker went off, but I swear he hit the table. But the hit marker went off. I didn't see any blood though. Alright? He definitely see there's blood here. He got him. That's one shot. I'll count it as two. That third shot though, he didn't hit him. Right? He was still coming off the kick of the second shot, so he shot up a little high. The hit marker didn't go off. Alright? The guy's behind the table. I didn't notice this until I watched it on my big screen TV. He's doing the bandage animation. As he walked behind the table, he was bandaging his arm. He healed himself. He's back to 100%. So you didn't hit him 3 times. In fact, I think you only shot him once. I think you hit the table the first shot. Because the hit marker went off, but it sounded like a ricochet off the table. And that kind of stuff happens when sometimes you hit like a table or a wall or something, but the guy's close enough, the hit marker will still go off. Because the hit detection in this game is not exactly 100%. So I think you only shot him once. But right now, he was bandaging himself. He's at 100%. You have to shoot him 3 times again. One shot here. See, there's blood. Hit marker, blood. Okay, did you see that? He hit him again, so he's hit him 2 times. But that other time, you can even see right here in the table. He hit the table. Let's see if we can back it up. See that? See that? Right there, he hit the table. So we shot him once back there because we saw the blood. He shot him on the third. So the first and the first shot and the third shot hit. The second shot didn't hit because you can clearly see here it hit the table. Okay, it's kind of blurry there. You can't see. It's hard to stop it right on that mark, but he didn't hit him. Right? Now it looks like he should have hit him, but there's no hit marker. There's no blood. He didn't hit him. He's only hit him twice. I think he was shooting a 9. Now, why he's running around, I'm kind of thinking he couldn't see him. But you gotta remember, I watched this on my iPhone, so I didn't see the littlest details. Now, he still won. So what's he complaining about? Oh, the guy's cheating. He's not cheating. You're just being a dick. Whoops. Okay, so basically just by running that down, the guy didn't cheat. And tell you the truth, I don't even think he had first aider on. But if we go to survival skills, covert, sharp ears, crafter, first aid training, level 1. Use heal kits 75% faster. Now there was a healing kit in that room, right where those tables were. He may have grabbed it, and we just didn't see. You know, it's kind of hard doing it here on YouTube, and it gets a little blurry and stuff. On my computer screen, it's getting just as blurry as it is on my TV screen. But basically, the guy, I don't even think he had first aid training, because the second he gets behind that table and he's walking backwards, right before the moment where I stopped it and said that the guy, when he got behind the table over here, right over here, as he's over here and he's walking back, open up. As he's walking backwards, he's bandaging. So I think he took that whole time. I don't think he even had first aid training on. He took that whole time. He bandaged himself. He was at 100%. But this guy's saying he's cheating. So now all of a sudden using a med pack? Oh, hell no. He didn't even grab the med pack. Wait. See that little white mark there? That's the med pack. He didn't grab that. He had one previously. If you look at the score, it was 9-7. So we have no idea what was happening before. You know, for all we know, he ran into this guy several other times and shot him up full of bullets, and he went down with 3 shots, no prop. And now all of a sudden he's using this, you know, this sketchy, blurry model to try and say that this guy's a cheater. This kid, this poor guy up here, this Matt, he's not cheating. You're a lousy shot. So basically, this guy doesn't deserve to be called a cheater. He doesn't deserve to be in here. Dumbass here, he's wrong. He's got a bunch of stuff from like Battlefield and stuff like that, but I don't play those games, so I don't critique those. And I did play Red Dead Redemption a bit, but it was boring. It wasn't that much to do. Okay. Let's go through these ones. Okay, so he says that this guy is using extra health and he's immune to Molotov cocktails. Let's watch the video. And that's kind of it, right? But here's the thing. The guy moved aside and he got hit with what's called splash damage from the Molotov, and you heard the hit marker go off. So he got hit, and this has happened to me. I've moved, as someone's thrown a Molotov at me, I've ran to the other side, and I end up just getting hit with a bit of splash damage, and you lose almost all your health, but you're still alive. And that's all that happened with this guy. I'm going to cut this guy up a bit more right here too, in case he tries to use this video for something else. Okay, so he sees this guy that comes around here, right? Okay, this is where he's shooting. He's going to hit him in the shoulder, not the head. Got it? That's why that guy didn't go down. He got hit only once in the shoulder, not the head. Now, this next shot's pretty obvious. He gets hit in the stomach. Right? Uniform! So he throws this, right? Now that seemed a little weird. Yeah, he threw it, but the guy seemed like he was a little bit off already. See how he's running? It does seem like he threw it and he was standing there right when it got there, but you can't quite tell the distance. But the guy is running as the Molotov comes in. Now, when you watch the video, you can't hear the hit detection go off, but that doesn't mean he should be dead. Because Molotovs don't always kill people when they hit them. Sometimes it just damages them a great deal. It has to light them on fire. Like he got lit on fire and he burned to death, right? Whereas if he was standing a little bit off to the side when that hit, if he was just out of the radius, the splash damage radius, but close enough, he would have gotten damaged. I've had people standing next to me get hit with Molotovs. They've lit on fire and burned to death, and then I've just taken some damage from the flames. It's like there's fire on the ground, you walk through it so you take a bit of damage. It's kind of like that, but you'll take a big chunk of damage, probably like 75% damage. So this is a little bit ridiculous. Plus, you can't exactly tell exactly where the guy is. He can try and argue and say that this is legit, but no. The fact is, the guy ran to the side. It looked like he got out of the way. There might also have been some game desync in there. Like, they talk about lag and stuff like that in games. Well, sometimes just the exact position where you stand from one moment to another doesn't quite click into other people's consoles. So he may have already have moved by the time you threw that, but it just didn't register on his console here. Because it's kind of like if you're playing Grand Theft Auto and you're playing the heists and you have your mic on, your friend's at his house and he has his mic on, and let's say like Lester's talking to you and he tells you where you're going and what you're going to do. And you're like, all right, thanks, Lester. But then on your friend's microphone, you hear Lester now tell him the exact same thing he just told you. And you're like, but we just heard this. And then other times when you and your friend are playing and your microphones are on and Lester starts talking, it's almost like at the exact same time Lester's talking on his TV and your TV because your friend left his microphone on and you could hear it over his microphone into your earpiece, right? It's like the consoles are a little bit out of sync, and sometimes that happens. It's also like if you're like, here's the window. Let's say you're running past the window and you're already past the window, and then somebody shoots you in the head with a sniper rifle. And you're like, what? He cheated. Well, no, because on his console, you were still running past the window when he shot you. And then you fell to your knees and slid all the way to the spot you were at. How many times I've seen that happen or had that happen to me running past a corner. If I had a nickel, I'd be very rich. So he can't prove anything from this. This poor guy, he's just playing a game. He's just trying to have fun, you jerk. Let him go. Take him off your stupid cheater files. All right. Here's another one he does. This time he's a hunter.
Your mic that's moving.
Okay, there's some dude talking. So I'm going to mute it. So he shot him twice. You saw that. And then boom, he shoots him a third time. He's like, oh, he should have died. Right? Once. Twice. Now 3 times. See? The icon didn't go off. Right? And from that distance you got that those cute little lines, right? Okay. So he's behind there, and like I said, first aid training. You can heal yourself pretty fast with first aid training. What's he doing back there? Right? Where are we? There we are. What's this guy doing back there for this few seconds? That was like 4 to 5 seconds. And that was more than enough time to use first aid training 1. Pretty sure it was that long. From basically this shot, he could have started healing himself. And then you got him again. But he could have healed himself. And yes, that amount of time. If he had first aid training, zip, boom, he's at 100% again. Meaning you have to start all over again with your shots. We don't know what he was doing back there. You know, was he reading Shakespeare? Was he, phoning his mom on a cell phone? Was he, taking a BM? Was he using a med pack? You don't know what he was doing back there. So to claim he's cheating is absolutely just fucked in the head. Only a dumbass would claim this. There's a guy behind a wall, so let's say he was cheating, This poor dude is being accused for something he never did. You can see he only gets dislikes. They aren't all from me either, I should say that. There's been other people who've tried to argue with him, but he's too much of a dumbass to listen. Okay. This one's interesting.
11 bullets.
One. Get this ad off.
Hey, tourist!
One. No hit.
Uniform!
One. Okay, what do I mean? Why do I keep saying one?
11 bullets.
He shot 4 shots. He missed 1 shot. There was no hit marker. There was no, you didn't hear that little tick, right? Here's the thing. He did hit 3 times. The hunting rifle, I think I did bring it up. Yeah, here it is, hunting rifle. Body damage 70, headshot is 100, right? So you're like, okay. So when you hit somebody in the body, you have to hit him twice to knock him down. You hit him in the head, you have to hit him once. He shot 3 shots all to the body. Oh, he should have knocked the guy down. No, because he shot 3 different people. And they gotta assume they were all at least over 75% health, right? They could have had 75% health, and once they got shot once, they still had 5% health. You can still play the game at 5% health. So this guy, it's like, this guy's taking the blame for him hitting 3 different people. I watched this video over and over and over again. Watch. Shoots this first guy. Okay, so this guy wanders off this way. All right, he's marked. You can see it. So now he shoots this guy.
Hey, tourist!
Oh, he marks him, then he shoots him. Right, so he hit him in the back. Okay, so he shot, but he shot right over the guy's shoulder. And you didn't hear anything when he shot. There was no tick, there was no nothing to indicate that he hit anybody. All right?
Uniform!
Okay, so he shot this guy here, which sounds like somebody else that was over here marked him, not him. The first guy he shot was here. So he's behind this wall. He can't get hit. This is a different guy you're shooting. This is the third dude you shot. Boom. And right here you can see 2 different hit markers, right? 2 different markers. You can see it. Like, you watch the video over and over and over again. He shot 3 different people. You need to hit the guy twice in the body to take him down. You hit one guy in the body, you hit a different guy in the body, and you hit a third guy in the body. You didn't get any headshots. So, and then he's cheating. No one's cheating. You hit 3 different guys. You gotta either hit him in the head or hit him twice. You know, like, they don't share the same health pool. And obviously he was cheesed off because these guys are at 9, and these guys, this is his last man, and they obviously won. So that's probably why he threw this video up here. He didn't like this guy. This guy probably was the one who downed him the most. So he made this lie up that, oh, I shot him and he didn't go down. He's a cheater. This guy's not cheating. This dumbass here is lying. He shot 3 different people. If you watch it in slow motion, check the targets. That first guy he hit, that guy wanders off into the market. He hit a second guy. Guy has a marker above his head. Shoots the 3rd shot. No hit marker. No sound. The bullet went over his shoulder, like I said. 4th shot. He hit him. But he hit a different guy. You did hit 3 people, but you gotta hit one guy twice to take him down. No dislikes on this because I didn't dislike it yet. I'm not logged in because there's personal information I just didn't want people being nosy about. And we're back to the YouTube. So basically, in summary, any little thing that happens when this guy's playing a game, he claims that people are cheating. I think that whenever he loses, He claims the other team must have cheated. I think this guy is so arrogant when he's playing his video games. He thinks he can't lose because he's so good at video games, right? I play video games to have fun, right? When I run into somebody who's cheating, I usually just leave the lobby. I go somewhere else. And some people are like, well, I shouldn't have to do that. Well, here's the thing. If you go into a lobby and somebody on the other team or somebody on your team's cheating, if it's on your team or it's on the other team, the best way to deal with them is just everybody to leave. If nobody will play with the cheaters, then they can't cheat. Because they'll just get tired. Like, oh, nobody will play with me. I want to use this cool hack or whatever the hell this idiot's claiming people do. Just leave. Leave the room, right? If nobody will play with them, then they lose all their power. They can go play with themselves. The only reason I really wanted to bring this dumbass's channel to light is because he's, either he's just that dumb that he doesn't realize, he doesn't watch his videos over again and realize, wait a minute, oh, I missed a few shots. Oh, I hit 3 different guys. I didn't hit a guy twice. Oh, I didn't, he doesn't realize, right? In the heat of battle, you tend to not realize, didn't I hit that guy twice? And then if you were to go back and watch a replay, I hit somebody else the second shot. Yeah. But this guy doesn't do that. He just, so-and-so's a cheater, right? And that's not right. And he has no right to be publishing people's names on the internet. These poor people. He's putting their names up there. They didn't do anything wrong. And I just showed why they didn't do anything wrong. Something wrong with this channel. I've reported it to YouTube. Because he's so small, they don't care. Honestly, if you're watching my video and you run into this guy, and I'm pretty sure his game tag is this. They take the Z's out and stuff. And I've blocked him on PlayStation Network. I wouldn't play with this guy. If I walked into a room and he was there, I'd probably tell him to go F off and just leave the room. The best thing to do with this jackass is just don't give him any power. You see him in an online game, refuse to play with him. Right? I don't know what he thinks that he's going to accomplish with this channel. He says he's an advocate of fair play. Fair play, you wouldn't be putting these people's names up. And the simple act of him just taking the names down would, get rid of all that. He could post the video, but just don't, throw the name out there. Feel sorry for these people. A lot of them are probably just kids. Like I said, Young Offenders Act. You got no right publishing someone's name. But, that's the channel. That's the sorry state. The one thing on YouTube I really hate the most is this channel. And the garbage it goes through. It is not a gaming channel. The guy in the guy who's publishing this, he's not a gamer. There's nothing fair about this. Plus, it's like some of these things are really old by now. Like you go down. Call of Duty. It's got some Call of Duty stuff from 3 years ago. And you go up. And here, GoldenEye is one of his first ones, right? This is 2 years ago that he's claiming this guy did this, right? For all you know, the guy doesn't even have that name anymore. He's not even using that name. And here's another thing, what if the person who was using that name deleted the name and it came available again, somebody else took it, and now you've got that name up here saying he's cheating, yet that this new person's never played a game with you or doesn't even play that game, and you're calling them a cheater. At least delete some of this older stuff, right? Like this guy from Red Dead Redemption, it's over 2 years ago. You played with this guy. It says 2 years ago. It's probably over 2 years by now. He doesn't get very many views. I suggest don't even go watch his channel. I just wanted to point out why this guy is lying about his cheater files. He just lost a fight, and he's sore about it. And he can be even more sore about it. Sorry to have to broadcast this to the world, but Some people are small and petty like this, and I really didn't want to be. I didn't want to have to stoop to his level. But if he's allowed to publish people's names out there, I'm going to throw his name out there. I'm going to say that I'm going to talk about what he did wrong. This is Flint Edge. I'll see you next time with a better video. I'm out.